Hey guys, what's up? Perry the Irritator here, giving you guys another video. I don't know why that last one cut. I'm usually supposed to be 15 minutes, so I guess screw YouTube, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I'm going to give you guys part 2 of this list, which is basically the top 10. Moving on to number 11, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. He was a huge heel. I remember this guy was a heel for the first beginning of his career. Then when he found out that Lou Albano, I remember this too. Lou Albano was taking money from Snuka, so Snuka turned face in the process. He was a huge Intercontinental Champion. No, he was not Intercontinental Champion. He didn't win a championship. Which baffled me because this guy was an amazing wrestler. I would compare him to, but I don't know. I don't know who I'd compare Jimmy Snuka to. But on to the next one. Number 10. We're in the top 10. The Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior was mainly impressive in squash matches in the first half of his career, really. Then he beat the Honky Tonk Man in 1988 to become the new Intercontinental Champion. I remember 1993, I think, was WrestleMania 6? WrestleMania 6 was when he, Ultimate Warrior beat Hulk Hogan for the WWF title. And this was a great thing for the Ultimate Warrior to do, especially with the Ultimate Warrior being as a mid-card as he was. But obviously, like I said earlier in the list, he lost to Ravishing Rick Rude, though, for the Intercontinental title after he beat, what's-his-face for it, the Honky Tonk Man. But honestly, this guy, now that, Savage is through, he's deceased now, Ultimate Warrior has to be my favorite alive wrestler of all time, so living wrestler right now, he has to be my favorite right now. Moving on, number 9, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. This guy was not a champion at all either, but this guy had a gimmick to say, okay, he's basically like the Yankees right now. Basically like Ted DiBiase Jr., if you guys don't know who that is, seriously. I remember he beat, he was trying to buy the WWF title, and I remember when, Andre beat Hogan for the title, DiBiase told the referee to go get plastic surgery to look like the real referee, so that he would, get the win. Andre the Giant would get the win on Hulk Hogan. Sorry, I'm stretching, guys. I feel like I really just did something to my muscle or something, so if I'm just stretching in one of my videos, don't worry about it. I make sure to stretch when I'm off camera. Anyway, he lost to Randy Savage in the WWF Championship Tournament, WrestleMania 4. They lost to Savage and Hogan at SummerSlam. Basically, this guy, he was not a champion at all, but this guy was great. He had a gimmick to back it up, which was fantastic. If you have a gimmick to back yourself up, so if WWE doesn't make you champion at one time, if you have a gimmick that just blows people's minds, you're obviously going to get some sort of title. Obviously, DiBiase's didn't do that, but I don't know why. It really entertained me for the next few years that he was with WWF. So, yeah, on to number 8, the Honky Tonk Man. This guy basically looked like an Elvis impersonator, you know. He won the Intercontinental Championship. He won it off a Steamboat. He feuded with Savage when Savage was a heel. Or no, not when Savage was, when Honky Tonk Man was a heel. My fault, guys. When Ultimate Warrior beat him in 10 seconds at, I'm gonna say, I think it was SummerSlam, when I said SummerSlam. That was funny. That was very funny there. Uh, so yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Honky Tonk Man. He really did impress me when he was, with the WWF. Sorry. Not really. I was not really a fan of the Honky Tonk Man. Number 7, Tito Santana. He beat Don Morocco to become Intercontinental Champion. He lost the title he lost the title to Valentine later that year in September of 1984. The first winner of WrestleMania when he beat the Executioner in 1985. He won the title back from Valentine in 1985. Yeah, Tito Santana, like I said, he was one of those mid-carders that did a lot. I compare him to Christian, actually, because even though, obviously, Santana didn't win the actual title, he didn't win the WWF title, he was a huge mid-carder that could have won it. And I could have seen Tito Santana become that guy. So yeah, number 6, Jake the Snake Roberts. This guy, a Hall of Famer, like I said already. I think 2007, I think, was when he became, I don't remember. He was in a feud with Ricky Steamboat. Feud with The Undertaker as well. Savage. Andre the Giant. This guy, like I said again, I would compare this guy to, or at least like Randy Orton, because even though Jake the Snake Roberts never won an actual world title besides the Intercontinental title, but he didn't win that like that. But I would compare him to Randy Orton of today. So he is a household name, really. Like, who doesn't know who Jake the Snake Roberts is besides someone that has just been watching for the past decade? Moving on, number 5, Bob Backlund. Like I said, this guy, he was supposed to be some sort of coach or something like that, but he won the world title. He beat, I don't remember who he beat. Was it Bret Hart? Or no, he beat Bret Hart again. I don't remember, but he held this title until 1983, so, but then he lost it to Sheik. But this guy, he was an entertaining wrestler. One of those, he was a main eventer. He was a main eventer, but the reason why he lost the title, I think, in my opinion, was because there was no buys. And what I mean by buys is that when it's basically like, look at The Miz. Like, I remember when The Miz was this little, he was a little mid-carder. And I remember, basically, he just gets this huge push in the main event. That's exactly Bob Backlund. I really compare him to The Miz of nowadays, except The Miz didn't hold on to the world title for a good 5 years. But anyway, moving on. Number 4, Andre the Giant. He was a good movie star. He was in movies. The Princess Bride, one of them. First professional wrestler to be on the Sports Illustrated. First Hall of Famer. But he died of, I don't remember what he died of, like a little heart attack or something like that. He's listed as a WWF champion. It was, I don't know about Andre. I would compare to the Big Show of today, definitely. I think the only reason why he didn't become a big star in WWF really was because of his back surgery that he had after the first WrestleMania. Only he was a huge star in the 70s, so he's not really much of a 90s person, or 80s person at my fault. He was this little, he was a big baby face when he first came in. Then he slowly became a huge heel when he with his feuds with Hulk Hogan, all these guys. So Andre the Giant is number 4. Number 3, Roddy Piper. Debuted in 1984 and became the second biggest star in the company. He lost to Hulk Hogan in a disqualification match, but then he accomplished a lot in the WWF. He was a huge mid-carder. I'm surprised he was even a mid-carder. He should have been a world champion. This guy really did impress me back in the 80s and early 90s. I remember when he interfered in WrestleMania 19. He interfered, he hit Hogan with a pipe or something like that. That was funny. It was great. It was a great seeing Rowdy Piper, especially he returned earlier this year for old school WWF show. That wasn't this year, that was last year. But anyway, moving on. Number 2, Hulk Hogan. Actually, very surprising Hulk Hogan's number 2. Andre the Giant squared off at Shea Stadium. I'm not even going to list any of this because he had a lot. He starred in so many movies. He had his own TV show. So many movies such as Rocky, No Holds Barred. He was a huge. Then when he debuted in WCW, everybody turned on him, but still, everybody loved his wrestling ability, and that's what you really want. He was a huge person in the 80s, early 90s with the, really the 80s and the 90s with this whole, the whole NWO, the Monday Night the Monday Night Wars, obviously with him on the WCW side, which really kind of irritated me that he was even on the enemy side. That was just, wow. And last but not least, number 1, Randy the Macho Man Savage. Rest in peace, my brother. This guy above Hogan, wow. Apparently everybody has a lot of respect for this guy. Obviously me too. He was my favorite wrestler of all time still. But I'm not even going to mention a lot of this. He's WWF champion, multi-time WWF champion, multi-time Intercontinental champion. Just a fantastic wrestler. And it's just very horrible that he died earlier yesterday. Actually, he died 6 hours ago from right now. He died a day and 6 hours ago from right here. So that's your list, guys. Give me comments down below. What do you think of this list? Like I said, the list will be in the description box of this video, not the other video. I don't know what happened to that video. It should have been longer than 15 minutes, but whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me for this, and that'll do it for me, Perry the Entertainer, signing off, and peace out.